I built a Google Chrome extension for fun. Well, I didn't exactly do it for fun. I did it at a hackathon, which is basically a battle royale, fight to the death, free-for-all between programmers. Also, I didn't do it alone. I had two wonderful teammates, Tim Liu and Bryan Wang, who were absolute studs, bona fide chads, and I could not have done this project without them. Now you're probably wondering, Sammy, what did you guys make? What evil concoction of code did you conjure up? And to you, I pose a question right back. Does your family speak a second language? And if so, do you speak it too? I, my friends, am half Cambodian, and I can speak Khmer. But I am illiterate. I am a literal caveman. If you show me Khmer writing, I cannot help you. I will look at it. Cannot help at all whatsoever. I cannot read my family's posts on Facebook. And the goal for our Chrome extension is to make the web more accessible.
Sammy, that's awesome, and you deserve a Nobel Prize, but how are you gonna do that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you how. Our Chrome extension adds text-to-speech and translating to the right-click menu. Simply select some text, right-click, and hit the text-to-speech button. This works in any language, so if you're illiterate in your second language, you can finally understand your language without having to translate anything. And if you do want a translation, you can just click the extension menu, toggle translate mode, and every time you use the text-to-speech functionality, it will automatically be translated to English. This is a great extension if you're learning a second language, if you have trouble reading your screen, or if you just need auto-translation. So Sammy, how did you make the extension? Well, little Bobby, I'm glad you asked. We used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This was actually my first time using JavaScript, so I first did a crash course in JavaScript on SoloLearn, which was pretty handy. It's good just to learn the syntax and stuff, you know. We first followed a tutorial on how to make a bare bones Chrome extension. This was very minimal, and it basically served as the skeleton of our project. We used Google Chrome's context menu and text-to-speech API for a right-click button and text-to-speech. At this point, we had our MVP, minimal viable product. Right-click for text-to-speech. We used Microsoft Azure's translation API for, wait for it, translation. Bet you never figured that one out. And wombo wambo combo, we have an extension. This was a great group project, and I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish. We output a working Chrome extension that works, provides functionality, that actually solves a problem. And I just want to say again that I could not have done it without my teammates. Literally, it was just not, I was incompetent enough in JavaScript at the time to do it by myself. I remember I was working on the translation API, and it was my first time working with HTTP requests with JavaScript, and I just could not get it working. I got it working on Python, but couldn't get it working. I asked the mentor for help, couldn't get it working. I remember I asked Tim, and he got it working in like 10 minutes. I was like, wow, this is like the power of working with others, the power of working with, you know, teammates who can just look at it differently from a different point of view, different perspective, and sometimes they see things you don't. And yeah, awesome teammates. So what is next for our extension? We are working on adding a menu to select what language you'd like the text to be translated to. We're also considering developing a mobile app if it's technically possible. We might look into monetization options, because we're using Microsoft Azure for translation, and it costs money, and it's not super cheap. So we're kind of just running it on free credits at this point, and that's going to run out sometime. And it's a really useful tool, and we'd like to keep it running. If you want to start investing, use my Wealthsimple code in the description below. You can get a stock worth up to $4,500 when you sign up for the first time. That's $4,500. That's a lot of money. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.